This conference will now be recorded.
Assalamu alaikum shabab wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'm going to talk about the ta' marbuta. I notice it a lot with my student, even after we explain everything, still there is kind of struggle. And I believe knowing the root, why is that, is the best things to know why this ta' marbuta, it has two sounds. So the ta' marbuta in Arabic language it's going to be written this way, circle and two dots, if by itself. And if it's attached, it's going to be this look with two dots. And be very careful, without the dot, you're gonna run to ha, ha, ha. And here we are not talking about this one, we're talking about this one. And there is a huge difference between both of them. The letter ta by itself, it's written this way. This is the letter ta. It's one of the 28 consonant Arabic letters, okay? One of the alif ba, ta, ta. This is the name, ta, and the sound is t, t, like tea, okay? So here we say ta marbuta. Marbuta, the word marbuta, that means it has been knotted, okay? When you knot two ends of anything, it means you brought the two ends, which is this end and this end, you bring them, knot them with each other, connect them, you're gonna create this one. So the word rabata, it means he connect two ends very well and make them secure, knot them, you knotted them, two ends, which is this and this, and you create this ta marbuta. Why Arabic people create the ta marbuta? What's the reason? What purpose this gonna serve? So in Arabic language, everything is gendered, either masculine or feminine. We don't have it in Arabic language. We don't treat animal with it, or babies doesn't born yet with it, or things with it. We treat everything like either masculine or feminine. So this ta marbuta, when it's there, that means the noun, see the first line here, it's nouns, it refer to feminine object or feminine women, okay? And when you see all these adjective, it's all of them end up with ta marbuta, which means it is describing a feminine things or a female, okay? So the ta marbuta gonna serve you of convert any masculine adjective to feminine adjective, okay? And it's gonna help you of referring even to the masculine noun, make it a feminine noun. However, please keep it in your mind. When you speak about a feminine adjective, object, feminine things, like here, سيارة, which means car, شجرة, which means tree, طيارة, which means plane, باخرة, which means ship, big ship, and طابعة, which means printer, and Medina, which means city, and wilaya, which means state. So سيارة, شجرة, طيارة, باخرة, طابعة, Medina, ولاية. These all object. It's non-human noun. It's noun for things. These nouns you cannot have a masculine form from. This come just a feminine noun. So there is no masculine form of سيارة. سيارة, it's a car. I don't have a masculine noun for it. شجرة, it's a tree. I don't have a masculine noun for this feminine noun. طابعة, it's a printer. I don't have a masculine things for it. So when you go to things, you will not have any masculine form for it if it's feminine. And if it's masculine, you will not have any feminine form for it. So keep this in mind, please. But when you come to human being, any noun, you will have masculine and feminine form for it. Okay? So this is just side note. Now, we know how we write the تاء مربوطة. We know that the تاء مربوطة serve us of having the gender, to know this is gender, feminine or masculine. Now, the purpose of this video is I want to tell you the sound for it, because this is so important. When you read the noun by itself, or you describe the noun all the time, this تاء مربوطة going to sound like فتحة. فتحة, when you read it by itself, or when you describe it, when you add any adjective to it. Okay? Or even when your verb, it's happened to it. So the action from your verb happened to this car or this teacher or this plane, still it's gonna sound eh. So if you have the noun or the adjective by itself, if you describing the noun with your adjective, which is the noun gonna be feminine, the adjective must be feminine. And if the verb, the action that you did happened to this noun, still it's gonna sound eh. But if it's in the ownership situation, possessive situation, it's gonna sound like ta. So let's take a few examples here. So I'm gonna give you example when it is just noun. I'm gonna read them by itself. سيارة, شجرة, معلمة, طبيبة, طيارة, باخرة, طالبة, طابعة, محامية, مدينة, ولاية. Do you see what's going on? All the time at the end, I am not saying سيارات, شجرات, معلمات. This is wrong. You will say it سيارة, شجرة, معلمة, طبيبة, طيارة, باخرة, طالبة, طابعة, محامية, مدينة, ولاية. This is the nouns. Now let me read the adjective. جميلة, كبيرة, بعيدة, قريبة, نظيفة, جيدة, صغيرة, قصيرة, طويلة, ذكية. So all the time when you are reading them, in this situation, you're gonna keep sound like فتحة, nothing else. So let me show you when you put it in a sentence now. So if you say, let me see if my language Arabic, yeah. If you say سيارة جيدة, a good car. سيارة جيدة, a good car. Do you hear me saying te? No, I'm saying سيارة جيدة still sound like فتحة, isn't it? But if I say سيارة أحمد جيدة, سيارة أحمد جيدة. Ahmed's car is a good. Okay? Ahmed's car is good. سيارة أحمد. You cannot say سيارة أحمد جيدة. It is wrong and funny. You have to say سيارة أحمد. Another example. We will say شجرة جميلة. A beautiful tree. Okay? A beautiful tree. But if you say شجرة الميلاد جميلة. شجرة الميلاد. The Christmas tree is beautiful. Okay? The Christmas tree. So now this tree, the ownership of it, it's for the Christmas. This tree for the Christmas. شجرة الميلاد. Okay? Then you describe it. Okay? Another example. We will say مدينة كبيرة. مدينة كبيرة. A big city. Big or big city. Okay? But when you say مدينة دمشق. مدينة كبيرة. مدينة دمشق. The city of Damascus. It's a big city. مدينة دمشق. مدينة كبيرة. Or you can say also, let me do this. For example, if you're gonna say the city of Ann Arbor, for example, you will say مدينة Ann Arbor. مدينة Ann Arbor جميلة. You see, the city of Ann Arbor is beautiful. مدينة Ann Arbor جميلة. What else? Let's say طيارة, which means plane. طيارة. طيارة by itself, you will read it this way. Then you add something, for example, let's say بعيدة, which means far. Just imagine you are looking at the sky and seeing very far plane. So you will say طيارة بعيدة. Do you see the sound? It's a far plane. There is فتحة. You don't use تاء. But if you say طيارة, طيارة, let's say طيارة الركاب بعيدة. The passenger plane is far. طيارة الركاب. I don't want it to be very long, but I'm going to give you example. I want you to be very careful. Sometimes let's use the word طيارة, which means a plane, and I give you the word بعيد, and I will ask you to correct the mistake. طيارة بعيد. It's wrong. It must be طيارة بعيدة, because we have something in Arabic language, we name it agreement. So you have to agree every part in your sentence with the rest. So another example, in Arabic language, we say هذا, which means this is, if you point to a masculine person or things, هذا. And we will use هذه if you say this is for a singular feminine or things or a human being, and sometimes we use هذه with a plural. This is totally another subject. I'm going to leave video for it, but let's stay with the singular now. So if I say هذا طيارة بعيد, there is a lot of things to fix here. It must be هذه, because you speak about singular masculine has تاء مربوطة. This is I'm sorry, singular feminine. This is طيارة, it is singular feminine, so you must use هذه. Okay, هذه طيارة, plane, بعيدة, far. Okay, so everything has to refer to feminine. And if I say, for example, we have the word طالب, which means student, and طالبة, which means student, the feminine version. So طالب male and طالبة female. Okay, so you will say هذا, this is طالب ذكي, this is smart student. And for the female, you will say هذه طالبة ذكية. So be very careful, شباب, when you use your this is and the noun and the adjective. And again, very fast, small tip. In Arabic language, we put the noun before the adjective. So in English, we say this is a smart student. So we put smart before the student. In Arabic, we say هذا طالب ذكي. We put the student before the adjective, the noun before the adjective. So if you translate anything, be very, very careful with that. I'm going to leave you a video, will help you with how to solve the dilemma around is. Because in Arabic language, we don't have is. So for example, when I say سيارة جيدة, a good car, سيارة أحمد جيدة, Ahmed's car is good. It's good. So here you have to find out in Arabic where we're gonna push the is. I'm gonna leave in another video. I love you guys. I hope it wasn't very long, and I hope it's gonna benefit you. If you have any question, please let me know. Love you and have a wonderful day. Bye.